What's up to everyone watching this on the replay? I don't know if anybody's going to tune in. I'm kind of old news on YouTube, right? That's fire. You guys heard this song before? It's called Head Riot. All right, we got somebody that tuned in. Drop a comment, drop a thumbs up. I'm coming to you from the land of 10,000 lakes. Anybody know what that is? What's going on, highway hooligan? I guess I am Adjuster Jim. I ran 2 claims today. Was up on not roofs as steep as I'm going to be next week, but I still had to tie my boots tight. What's going on, Jonathan? Oh, man. I have been so crazy busy. Like, they're paying me 12 hours a day, but I probably work a little more than that. Getting ready after I end this to plug my computer in and check a few tasks and ECS and freaking calendar updates, and then they actually get somewhat prepped for my inspections tomorrow. It's a lot, man. But like each time that I think about like bitching or taking my happy ass back to South Carolina, I tell myself, well, I remind myself, I asked for this. It is too late now. I'm already too far in and committed too much time, energy, money, and everything else, so there really ain't no turning back now. It is not easy, though, I tell you. But it pays pretty good. I guess I'll get my first, like, full 84 hour. Right now, like, as I gain experience and learn what the hell I'm doing, which now it's a lot of bumbling and stumbling. A lot of bumbling and stumbling. Not so, well, maybe on the inspection part, too. I got one guy who was pissed with me, which he thought he was going to get a roof replacement, but I don't know. 5 hail hits on your roof don't get you a new roof, unfortunately. Unless you're talking to a roof contractor, though. Any roof they climb on, I think they tell people they need a new roof. That's been my experience so far. So I don't know how the relationship with contractors and adjusters is. I guess I'll find out. Well, let me get... Are there any comments yet? I have noticed a few pop up, but let me grab my glasses. Because my eyesight's getting even worse and worse. And I'm wearing a pink shirt for 2 days in a row. Like, I'll change my underwear sometimes, and I'm not wearing socks right now because I got Vans on. But I don't wear Vans on roofs. I wear what's called cougar paws. They're a special kind of boots for climbing on roofs. They've got changeable pads on the bottom of them. And I learned today, because I was on not as a steep roof as I'm going to be on next week. But it was pretty steep, and I didn't have them tied tight, and it was kind of hurting my ankles on there. And I finally learned what that little Velcro strap on the front of the boot was. Like, what is this all about? But it's to put your boot straps under there so you won't be stepping on them and trip, because you do not want to trip on a roof and fall your ass off of it. You don't. I don't, anyway. Well, let's see. We got any comments? We got Boot Hill and Smooth Operator, Jonathan Plank, and the Highway Hooligan joining us tonight. But I'm up in Minnesota, in a very rural part of Minnesota, and having a place to stay has been kind of challenging. I know I got a camper, and I was supposed to bring the camper, but this was a 1,200-mile trip, and I got the text message, I don't know, I think it was like 2 days after I got my rope and harness certification. And, you know, they pay $44 an hour and work you 84 hours a week. So 44 hours of that is overtime. So, I mean, do the math on that. It adds up pretty good. And I was ready to get my start as an adjuster. So I was like, I'm in. And I just put a ladder rack on the Chevy. Got a 28-foot ladder. It's a Werner. I used it for the first time today. Had to climb on this tin building that had hail damage on the roof. Usually I use my old Little Giant, which is a 22-foot ladder. For single level houses, that's fine. And I just have it in the back of a Chevy. All I have to do is just put my key in the lock and take my little securement chain off of it so won't nobody run off of my Little Giant 22-foot ladder. And it's pretty easy to handle. That 28-foot Werner it's a little different story. It's a lot of ladder, but man, it's good. It's sturdy, and it's got a rope thing you can extend it with, and it sits real sturdy, and I liked it today. It felt good climbing it, but it's up on a ladder rack because I could put it in the back of the Chevy, and I would have about 10 foot sticking out more than 10 foot sticking out the tailgate, or I could put it in the tailgate and have it, stretched out like over my hood and scratching my roof all to hell. That's what a lot of guys do. But there's some cats here that have like a Honda Civic or a Tesla or a Dodge Charger that thing, they'll get a ladder in it some kind of way. But I've got the Chevy. Whew. So what you guys doing? What's new in the... Are most of you guys truck drivers? You sitting in the truck right now on a Pilot or a Love's or a rest stop or something like that? I've spent many a nights in those kind of things, but I am in the Super 8, which it has been costing me right at $100 a night to have a room. I know there's bread and breakfast and all of that. But my experience, you couldn't get them for very long because other people book them. That was a problem with the campsites, that everyone I call was full. They might have a day here and there, and I damn sure didn't want to be having to work 12 hours a day as an adjuster and then actually even do a little more than that as far as computer work and stuff, and having to worry about moving my camper around every few days. So I just drove my ass up here in the Chevy, and I've been doing the hotel thing. Stayed at a Red Roof Inn for a little bit. But I did find out, I inquired, how long you got to book a room to get a discount? And prices for hotels in this area have really went up because they've been busy. Because there ain't a tremendous amount of them. And summers are very popular in Minnesota because the weather is pretty nice, with the exception of the hailstorms and the tornadoes they had in the month of May. Check this out. The reason I'm here, okay? This is the reason I'm up in Minnesota. The month of May, they had more claims filed with State Farm than there are lakes in Minnesota. And I ain't bullshitting. And there are a lot of lakes in Minnesota. I mean, you can't go like a mile or so without seeing a lake. They're all over the freaking place. Like, I've got one of the GPS that's built in the Chevy, and I like to ride around with the map view most of the time. You can see things besides the map, but I generally have the map view on. And just about every time I glance at it, I see a little blue on my map, because there are lakes everywhere. They call it the land of 10,000 lakes. But that's undershooting it. It's more like 14,000 is what the locals tell me. And there was somewhere in the neighborhood of 14,000 claims filed with State Farm for like wind and hail damage in the month of May. It started like May the 8th through May the 13th with 3 or 4 days of just hellacious thunderstorms. Some in the afternoon, some in the middle of the night, 60-mile-an-hour winds, 3-inch hail. There were some tornadoes and everything. And not like the whole area is like torn up or anything. I mean, there's certain parts that are torn up, but a lot of people got a little bit of damage, like a tree limb that blew down, or, some hail hits on the roof, or, hail hits on the siding. And I ain't even getting into the cars. I'm just on the property side. But my mom sent me a picture yesterday. We had some hail damage where my camper's sitting right now. I'll show you guys a picture of it. And it tore Mama's greenhouse up. But that was her back porch. I think she got some action shots as the hail was coming down, because I see a little motion blur in the hail. Yeah. But if I pull up a map, and this is just like where I'm at right now, right? And if I zoom out a little bit, look, there's some lakes. There's more. Look, there's some more lakes. And more lakes. And more lakes. And more lakes. There's lakes over there. There are a lot of lakes around here. And I bet all of them aren't showing up. Ain't too hard to get waterfront property in Minnesota because most land is not too far from a lake. We got any comments? Because I did not think this out at all. I just, I watched Obi-Wan, last night or this morning, and I kind of finished those first, I don't know, however many episodes of Stranger Things. Season 4. So there ain't really any kind of show I'm into. And I thought, hey, I ain't talked to you guys on YouTube in a while, so why don't I just hit the live button and go live? So that's what I did. We got Carlos. He says, I remember when you met up with Jim Dunn and Papa Joe been a long time. I remember that too. And man, Jim Dunn has trimmed his ass up and got in shape since that day. He did. I got a little video clip of him, we did that live video. But, I don't know, there's some video clip of, he was a lot heavier. He was, 200, it might have been 300 pounds at the time. And he was trying my bulletproof coffee, as I call it, with the butter in it for the first time. And he's ripped now. So good for Jim Dunn. If you're watching this, we're proud of you, buddy. What a commitment. I'm sitting here drinking like cream soda. One thing bad about my Super 8, it ain't got a kitchen in it. I got an air fryer sitting over there, but I don't have a freezer. I got some bacon in there and some cheese and stuff in a little refrigerator. I cooked some bacon and put it on a English muffin the other day. I have fell off the bandwagon as far as doing the keto thing. There was a few days here I didn't hardly eat any breakfast, and I'd work through lunch, and I would go back up to the war room, and the war room's where everybody comes when they're not running claim, and there's like 2 trainers in there, and I find myself wanting to knock mother truckers out, because I'd be like trying to get some help on something, there's like 3,000 steps to closing a claim, right? There's so much stuff, all these file notes and QFCs and fucking calendar things. It's crazy. And as soon as you think you're getting like a little undivided help from a manager, somebody's going to come up and absolutely just fucking interrupt and ask some question they need to know, and then somebody else will come up after that. So I don't know, but I know more than I did, and it's coming along. And I got a couple of claims closed, but I got a couple I'm behind on. And I ran a couple today that all I've done is upload the pictures, label them, and do my inspection note. And I don't know, there's some other stuff I got to do to like figure out the claim amount. It's challenging, but like it sounds like a lot of money. Making $44 an hour, working 84 hours a week and getting 84 hours of overtime was like, I don't know, $60-something an hour or something like that. Adds up to like $5,000 a week. You got to spend some money of it. I mean, that sounds good. That's more than I ever made as a truck driver. But that's kind of beginning money for an adjuster. Now, this is catastrophic stuff. This ain't a go home every night, work one claim a day kind of local adjuster thing. But the catastrophic stuff, when you get on component, what State Farm calls it, or all the other insurance companies call it, fee schedule, it can get real good. Kind of good where, you might work your ass off 7 months out of the year and then do something else the other 5 months out of the year. That's what attracted me to it. The having money to do something else time of the year. And plus, it is pretty cool. It's fun being up on a roof. It's kind of a happy place. But, it ain't all roses, because the times where their policy does not provide coverage, they're probably not going to send me a Christmas card, You know what I mean? So there's going to be some of that. And I've experienced a little bit of that. This guy that was expecting to get a new roof, and he can get a new roof, but his insurance company ain't going to pay for it. And he thought it would because, I don't know, he knows somebody else that got a new roof during the same storm. You guys know how it is. But I have no incentive to, like, deny claims, but, you know, it ain't my checkbook. Let's see. In Minnesota, they have nude campsites. Man, why didn't I bring my camper and get a nude campsite? Like, seriously, everybody's just walking around naked at the campsite? I'll tell y'all a funny story. I was camping one time when I was a kid. I don't know if it wasn't 4-H camp. It was some kind of freaking camp I was at. I wasn't very old at all. I don't even know if I was maybe 10, something like that. And I don't remember exactly how it happened, but I ended up leaving something down at the lake, and I went from, I don't remember the details of that, but I ran naked. I don't know, some guy, man, you know, counselor or whatever, like, I don't know, made me feel like I had to or something. But I ran from my cabin all the way down to the lake naked, and I think I got my towel, or I don't know, I got something there, and I think I might have ran back naked too. That's not a very good story, is it? I'm not giving you good details, but it's true, unless I dreamed it. I wanted to go to a nude beach in Miami, but I didn't. I'm in CDL school trying to get my license. Well, good luck with that, Julius Smoothie. I think you're going to have to learn how to frickin' parallel park at 18-wheeler. And I cannot teach you that. I drove for 7 years, and I still sucked at trying to park at a rest stop parallel parking. But I think that's part of the CDL training now. But I took my CDL test the last week of 2014. And in 2015, instead of just like doing a 45 and backing up straight and doing a serpentine and stopping at a stop, you know, over a line, I think is all we had to do. But now you have to parallel park. So I guess so you can park at the old rest stops. I never did really figure out good at parallel parking. It would be kind of embarrassing, my attempts. I always felt like I don't know. But good luck with CDL school. How is the road out there with, I don't know, everything that's going on in the world today? The start of the Mississippi River is in Minnesota. Well, damn, Boot Hill Brian, you know all kind of things about Minnesota. Have you spent some time in Minnesota, Brian? Carla says, yeah, for sure. Jim has slimmed down a lot. Looks to be doing great, according to Facebook. Is that what Facebook says? I guess I'm doing okay. I don't know. I don't know if it's at great status right now, but I'm working on it. I'm making progress. I was close to getting my ass sent to jail. Yeah, not for like doing wrong, but most of you guys don't know my whole dilemma with my divorce and the kids that we brought into our home. That I didn't really talk about it on the channel, but I agreed to sign the adoption papers with her, and I don't know, a few years later, which I guess I was supporting them, but then she got another man that she moved in with him and out of my house and everything. And this was like at the beginning of 2020 when I started local driving. I was going to start pursuing some other things. Had, done the media director or whatever I called it for G&P, and then I got taken to court, and I don't know, it affected my mental health a bit. But when I left trucking, I stopped getting paychecks for a while. I'd saved up some money, but I didn't send her through the child support system like much of it at all. When I was driving, I didn't have no choice because they just took it. So I got a little behind. And I had I'm supposed to be in court Monday of next week and pay $4,000 because that's how much I had gotten behind this year, because I was actually just sinking all mine into all the stuff to become an adjuster, which is a lot, a whole lot. It's more than just getting a state license, because then you got to get licensed for other states. Like I'm licensed in Minnesota now, is why I'm here. And also, you got to get a lot of certifications. Xactimate level 2, I've got that. And what really got me on this harness, on this deployment, was getting my rope and harness certification, which I still don't have rope and harness gear, but I got rope and harness certification. So what's the word I'm looking for? It qualified me for this deployment because there are going to be some steep roofs, and rope and harness gear is apparently on back order, and the prices went up a lot. Like the gear I need, it's like $1,800 for rope and harness gear, because you got to have the right kind of rope that goes over, that you can tie to a tree or something on the other end and tie on this, and all those descenders and ascenders and all these cabinier. I don't think I'm saying that right. Cabinier. That's not quite right. It's something like that. Clips and all that stuff. But it's on back order. So I hope it comes in before next week, when I'm going to be on 11, 12 pitch roofs. Which, for you guys that don't know, an 11, 12 pitch roof, it's like that. I can't walk on that. That's steep. That's really, really steep. And like for hail hits and stuff, you have to get out there and walk all over the thing, take pictures and all kind of stuff. But for hail hits, you got to map out a 10 by 10 test square and then examine it and circle with chalk hail hits, and then get back and take pictures and stuff. And on an 11, 12 pitch roof, unless you're Spider-Man, you can't do it without gear. You will fall. Gravity's going to be working against you and take you to the ground. And I don't want that to happen. And I dang sure don't want to have to reschedule appointments and get far behind. I've got 2 inspections a day scheduled every day. Well, except Sunday and Wednesday, because those are paper days for me to try to get caught up and get things closed and all of that. All the way till, I don't know, on into July. It's, 4 weeks out. Yeah, it's a lot. And I could be here, I don't know, they told me to expect 90 days. But that'll be cool. I won't have to do the hotel thing anymore, because I'll have a generator, maybe even get some solar stuff going on, so I can boondock and put my camper wherever. I don't have to be, because I want to have my air conditioning going. I don't like to be hot and sweaty. Or if it's cold, I like to have heat. But I do miss Beamer. Any of you guys know Beamer? He's my new dog. But I'm not going to keep this going on very long. I just kind of wanted to let you guys know I hadn't fell off a roof and I'm not dead yet. But I totally don't have time to make a bunch of adjusting videos up on roofs. Not yet. Maybe after I'm not bumbling and stumbling so much and I'm going through so many first each time and I get into flow, maybe then. Probably then. I'd love to then. But we're just not there yet. And I just can't get my mind distracted off what I've got to get a hold of mentally just yet. I hope y'all understand. But I'm going to read your comments, and then we're going to call it a wrap. And thanks for tuning in on, what is tonight? It's Thursday night. What is it with me going live on Thursdays? Just kind of works out that way. Since Friends isn't on anymore, Truckerjim will go live. Max4 says, tell me you're coming back to trucking. I don't think I am, Max. I've thought about it briefly a few times, but no, I've kind of committed into this new thing, and I think it's going to be better suited for me once I get through the growing pains and the learning pains of doing something new. I tell you one thing, it'd be a whole lot easier just to go back to damn trucking, but no, I don't think I am, man. I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Worked up there for a few weeks when I was on the railroad. Minnesota's cool. I like the people up here. Everybody's, I'm not in the city. I'm sure there are probably plenty of shitty people living in any big city. But I'm in a rural area, a lot of fields. And for this far up north, they're country people and they're friendly. But they don't talk like me. I can't hardly get a sentence out of my mouth, and people know I'm from the South. Carabiner. There you go, Brian. Hey, Guy Williams, how are you, buddy? Did you get some rain down in Florida? I saw a hell of a cloud came across South Florida a few days ago. I got my buddy Adam down there a little outside of Miami. He's becoming an adjuster, too. We had our Xactimate class together. See, a lot of adjusters just do that desk adjusting. Like that, I did it for a little bit, where they mail you a computer and you work from home. And they'll pay you like $25 an hour and make you do it like 60 hours a week. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. That ain't, like, I'd rather be trucking doing that bullshit, talking to people about their freaking car accidents in the Walmart parking lot and all. Carabiner. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm supposed to have like 6 of those on my rope and harness gear that I ain't got. Man, I hope it comes soon. It's on back order. I'm trying to get it from Renfro, where they'll just payroll deduct it, so I won't have to take a $1,800 hit at one time. They can payroll deduct it like $260 a week for however many weeks it is. Stuff used to be $1,300. Now it's $1,800. I mean, like this year, it's went up that much. That's ridiculous. And we don't even have to talk about gas prices. I think, I paid like $4.09 in Kentucky on the way up here. I filled up a while ago for $4.79 in Minnesota. And I'm just getting regular gas. I ain't getting any premium or anything. It's over $5. But you Democrats, your guy, I don't know, I ain't going to get political. But just a couple of years ago, these prices weren't like this at all. Everything's going through the roof. So that's why I decided I got to make more money. Because earlier in the year, I really wasn't making any. I was just watching my savings go down. But I believe things are going to work out. I really do. Any last comments? 489 in South Florida. Are you in South Florida, guy? Or are you in Daytona? I can't keep up with it. But I'm in Minnesota, and it's about 10 o'clock Central Time. Everybody in the Eastern Time Zone, I guess it's probably your bedtime. But I'm going to wrap this up. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, y'all be safe out there. And I'm adjusting in the morning. That didn't sound cool at all, did it? I need a new catchphrase to keep on trucking. Fuck it. Y'all be safe out there and keep on trucking.